G'day everyone and welcome to our footy feed for a Wednesday. Well, Collingwood ruckman Darren Jolly will miss Saturday's clash with Richmond, still nursing his sore ribs. But while he won't be there, Nathan Buckley is expecting plenty of feral fans at the MCG. Jackie Reid has the story.
It's a traditional rivalry to be played at the traditional time of Saturday afternoon, so it's only natural the Magpie and Tiger armies will be out in force.
We know how feral the Richmond supporters can get. We know how feral our supporters can get. We know how loud both of those supporter bases are. It's a fantastic opportunity to play in front of.
But while there's plenty of build-up, Buckley will keep a few cards close to his chest, admitting next week's Anzac Day clash against Essendon has an effect on who he selects to take on the Tigers.
It does, but not in a public sense. It's
With that in mind, Darren Jolly will be kept on ice in a bid to be right for the Bombers. Dane Swan will play his 200th game, one of two milestones for the midfielder this week.
He celebrated his 100th tat the other day, so he likes some milestones. Like he's not one for huge focus on himself.
Jackie Reid, AFL.com.au.
Sydney is well aware it will need to be switched on from the start to beat Geelong in Friday night's round 4 opener at the SCG. The Swans hit the track today with skipper Adam Goodes acknowledging the magnitude of the task facing the reigning premiers.
That's one thing we definitely can't allow, is a team to put 4 or 5 goals on us, especially a team like Geelong, because once they get their tail up, you saw on the weekend, they can run teams down and they can put scores on teams quite easily.
The Swans got off to a slow start against North Melbourne in Hobart before swamping them in the third term. Meanwhile, Geelong is likely to rush back defender Jared Rivers for the clash with the Swans after he missed last week with a knee injury. But it's not all good news. Travis Varco will be sidelined for at least the next 3 months after shoulder surgery. The Cats are also considering giving rookie sensation Mark Blitzarves a rest. He's been thrown in the deep end in his debut season after injuries to Hamish McIntosh and Dawson Simpson. Ken Hinkley knows exactly what his undefeated power side is in for when it confronts Gary Ablett and the Gold Coast on Saturday night. Hinkley coached Ablett at both the Suns and the Cats, but while he still speaks with him on a weekly basis, he denies his intimate knowledge of the Brownlow medalist will be an advantage.
I think everyone's got that though on Gary. I mean, the whole competition, where everyone watches him and we all marvel at what he can do. So we've got enough knowledge. It's whether we can execute it well enough.
Ablett sustained a minor hand injury in the Suns' loss to the Lions, but is expected to play. It's impossible to know what might happen next at Melbourne if they get rolled by GWS.
You know, there's consequences of a loss any week, and this week's no different. But, you know, we don't even read into that. We're going in there with full confidence that, you know, we can replicate what we did in the first half against West Coast, against GWS, and that'll hold us in good stead.
As you heard, the Demons at least taking some positives from their first half over West Coast, but still lost by 94 points. Carlton is sitting at 0-3 with Mick Mulhouse desperate for his first win at the helm, but despite their slow start, he isn't complaining just yet.
We're 0-3. What do you want me to do? Turn it around and ask the AFL, can they turn it into 3 and zip? No, it doesn't happen that way. It's got to be process-driven. I will not be panicked. I will not be pressured by media, nor by supporters suggesting that we change the 0-3 and go to the league and say, no, it's not fair.
Mick at his best today. The Blues taking on West Coast at Patterson Stadium on Saturday. And the AFL's quest to find the next Eric Wallace has produced some exciting results. 3 athletes at this year's US Combine in LA, breaking the standing vertical jump record to become the best ever performers in 18 years.
It's a little foreign. Nothing I've ever done before, you know, with a basketball background, but it's been fun so far.
At least 3 of the aspirants will be invited to the AFL's National Draft Combine to be held at Etihad Stadium in Melbourne in October. And that is all for our footy feed this Wednesday. Catch us here each weekday. Pictures and stories from around the land, indeed from America as well. We're online, on your phone and on your tablet. I'm Matt Thompson. See you soon.